There is an author who I've read some books from this year, and she ruined me. She ruined me. I really can't say how this thing happened, but she writes books that are warm and cozy. They're clean, no explicit language, all closed door, everything. No explicit scenes, no explicit language and all that stuff. She writes stories about real people set in the mountains. Some of them are set in the mountains. Some of them are like by the ocean, seaside type things. But they're all cozy communities of people that just draw others in and make them a part of who and what they are. You know, all cozy. Wonderful cozy. They are, her books are set, well, let me back up. Her books are set in some series. She does have some standalones, but her books are set in some series. Oh, the author's name. The author's name is Rachel Hannah, and she has written some fun stuff. Her most popular series, I'm getting distracted. I need focus. Her most popular series is the South Carolina Sunset series. And I have to tell you, that was a goat that startled me. I have to tell you, that's a good series. It's people who are not perfect. They're not perfect people. They just aren't, okay? Sometimes they make decisions I would never make. But they're funny. They're human. But they're funny. Sometimes it's sad. Sometimes the situations that they find themselves in, I'm like, oh, that's so sad that's what happened to you. But you know what? Even if they're in a sad situation, even if they've been bickering, at the end of every single book, there's a happy ending. Because look, these are about feeling good, right? There's a happy ending. You're happy, you're glad you read it, you feel good about it. It's just totally this positive situation, right? And that's every book. And it's not like, you know, sometimes in series is like you wear out the theme. You just wear it out. But there doesn't seem to be a time when this one's really worn out. Because how do you wear out a community of people who become your family and friends? Cozy little cottages and holidays and festivities and little main street shops where people can visit with each other and just the positives and the fun how do you, I gotta watch these big boys coming behind me, how do you wear that out? You can't. And no matter who shows up in the town, no matter who becomes a part of the community, it's always, it's the way you hope it'll be. You know, you never leave the book thinking, well, that was a crock. They really should have welcomed this one. And why didn't? No, because they do. And they work out their problems. And families become stronger. Friendships become better. It's all important. And in this world, I'm so distracted watching them. In this world where we struggle to get along with each other, it just feels so good to be able to follow a series and feel good at the end of each book. So she has that. She has the South Carolina Sunset series. She has the, I think it's called Sweet Tea and B&B, something like that is what I think it's called, series. And it's funny. It's funny. And it also deals a lot with, you know, family dynamics. There's a lot of family and friend dynamics. But again, you come to the end of each book and you feel better. There's, what is the other one oh, the Jubilee series. I think it's just called the Jubilee series. And my favorite so far in the Jubilee series is Christmas and Jubilee. But you gotta read these in order because all this noise. You gotta read these in order because if you don't read them in order, you don't know what's going on. They build on each other. They all build on each other. So you read them in order. But that Christmas and Jubilee is worth reading. Even if you didn't like the first two, which you will, but it's worth reading them because they're precious. And that Christmas and Jubilee is so precious. It's been my favorite so far. Warm and cozy. It starts with the fall festival, goes all the way to New Year's, and it's just like all the gush, all the cozy, all of every warm and inviting and wonderful thing you can imagine, and it's all rolled up into one book. So if you like romance, because there's a lot of romance in her books, but clean, no explicit language, no explicit scenes, none of all that junk. But if you like romance, if you like family, if you like friends, if you like people of all different ages, getting to just live life and have fresh starts and getting to show that, you know, as you age, it doesn't mean that you check out of life. If you like young people, even, you know, finding their way, it's awesome. You will love them. I have been ruined. I've discovered that when I feel down, I can turn on a Rachel Hannah audiobook, and at the end of that book, I feel better. And they're short, and so you can get one in a day, in a couple of days. They're short. They're no. I have to get onto the dog. They're short. They're worth it. They're worth it. Or if you need cheered up with today's chaos, this is a good way to do it. This video may be a little bit entertaining, but I don't want you to miss the point. Check out Rachel Hannah. Read her books in order. You gotta read her books in order. But they're worth it. You can go to Hoopla has most of the ones that I can find. You can find them on Hoopla. You can also go to her site. She has her own website, and you can purchase them there. And this just may be the answer for you. Kobo has her books too, so that's another way to look.